Hey, I'm Paul, and today we're going to talk about the new Gladiator LC6 from Bradley Surfboards. Okay, well, first thing to say about this one is just how crazy light this thing is. There's nothing to it at all. So our LC6 construction, that's that epoxy with the carbon wrap. And this thing is absolutely as light as a feather to supercharge your surfing. Okay, let's take a look at the outline on the Gladiator, and we're talking about a step down board. So when conditions are a little underpowered, and the lightness is going to help you a lot in those kind of weaker waves, but also you see the width through there and how much there is through the tail, so plenty of planing surface. And also there's not loads of volume in this board, but most of it is back here with that width as well through the tail. Also reasonably wide up through the nose, so that all designed towards keeping you going really fast. Okay, let's take a look at the rocker and have a look at the curves. And as you might expect from a step down board, there's not loads of rocker there. So we're talking about a bigger flat section through the middle of the board, of course, towards that speed. And Christian's just pushed out those curves. So that entry rocker is just kind of pushed towards the nose. Ditto through the tail. There's not loads of lift, but it is pushed out towards the end. So there is that curve there to keep it alive. But crucially, we're retaining a big, fast, flat section through the middle of the board. In terms of the rails, yeah, it's nice and refined. A little pinch in there from Christian, and bearing all the hallmarks of a Bradley performance rail. You know that this thing is going to absolutely shroud. Bottom contours, and we're looking at some single concave here with the Gladiator, so kind of slight up the front and then gets more pronounced through here. It's a decent bit of single with a little bit of double in as well, but quite a bit of concave just to keep this one feeling really alive and sparky under your feet. Okay, well, we talked about the LC6 construction. I already talked about the lightness. And with epoxy, what you can do, of course, is you can just squeeze down a little bit in your volume. It is a little bit more buoyant, so you can kind of just refine on your dimensions and go maybe a little bit less in terms of your literage. Also, crucially, with the LC6, the carbon wrap, and you can see it here. This is our carbon wrap technology, so running through the rails on the nose and the tail. So a little more flex on the extremities of the board for you to load up between turns. Through the middle, much more stiff. You see that carbon wrap come into where a stringer would be on a normal board, and that's going to give you a really lively, responsive flex pattern, and you're going to love to surf. So this one here is a 510, that's 19 5/8 wide, coming in as 28.7 litres. As I said, you can just drop a little bit in terms of your volume overall with the epoxy, the LC6 technology. So if you're looking to turbocharge your surfing for summer, for smaller waves, you want a little bit of extra gear from your equipment, the Gladiator LC6 is more than ready.